They think you're just doing it to be polite. And despite all of your protests, they will send the eldest child into the market to buy you a cold bottle of Coke. If it's winter time, they'll want to serve you a cup of tea. Now, cow's milk is a luxury. It's expensive. Maybe they're drinking watered down tea. But if you're there, fresh cow's milk. Even she won't eat that night, but fresh cow's milk in the tea for the guest. That's joy. People here call it Indian culture, but it's not just that. It's not just culture and while they're taught in the school, okay, you should give fresh cow's milk to guests. It's joy. Because they're not doing it as martyrs. They're not doing it as, oh my God, this lady's come, we invited her, we didn't really want her to come, now she's shown up, we have to give her a cup of tea. It's not that. It's from their hearts. It's the expansiveness of joy. The abundance of joy. And that's what a connection to God gives us in our lives, regardless of how much we actually have on an external material level. How to find that? How can we get that? Well, first step, you're there, yoga. Regardless of what type of yoga you practice, it takes us internally. We've got to leave our offices, leave our homes, leave somewhere to go to class, or even just into a separate room of our house. We have to shut out the external world. Whether we're focusing in our yoga class on our upper inner ankle or on the kundalini flowing in our back, it doesn't matter. What matters is we're focusing on something internal. Meditation. Meditation takes us a step further. It gives us a glimpse, not just a visual glimpse, but an experiential glimpse, a taste of that connection, of that joy, of that boundlessness. That it's not, I'm here and this is where I end and Puja Prem Ben begins. But that boundlessness, that there is no boundaries, there are no borders. Her happiness is my happiness. Her abundance is my abundance. Her poverty is my poverty. And meditation gives us that touch. Gratitude. One of the beautiful mantras that Puja Swamiji always gives is having an attitude of gratitude. Even in moments where we feel like there's nothing we have to be grateful for, everything is going the wrong way, at least be grateful that we're still alive to know that we're still breathing to know that we still have someone whose ears are listening to our complaints, that there will be a tomorrow. Simply through the act of being grateful. There's a beautiful saint, Dada J.P. Vaswaniji, and one of the beautiful messages is that he always gives is that every morning you should wake up and just say, thank you, God. And saying thank you to God, even if you don't think you have anything to be thankful for, creates that space for the blessings and the grace to flow during the course of your life. Giving. There was a beautiful, beautiful study that was done on happiness. And in this study, they took a whole class of university students. And they had them fill out a happiness questionnaire. All kinds of questions about how happy they were. Then a week later, and of course they didn't tell them that this was actually a study. Kids were in their class on something else. A week later, they told them all to go out and to do something really fun that day. something they really enjoyed. Going to the movies, going to a party, going out with their friends, going shopping, whatever it was, playing sports. The following day, they gave them the happiness questionnaire again. A week later, they told them, go out and do something nice for somebody else. Doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter what it is, but between now and tomorrow when you come to class, do something that has not been asked of you for someone else. And again, they gave them the happiness questionnaire. And what they found was that even though we have in our minds this idea of what we think we enjoy doing, our level of happiness after doing good things for other people is so much bigger, so much deeper, and so much greater than when we've just done something that we think we enjoy. The students on the day after having helped other people were so filled with internal happiness. So in your lives, look for opportunities, and there's no opportunity too small. Look for opportunities just to lend a hand to someone, or even lend a smile. Whatever it is, something that hasn't been asked of you, that's for someone else. And last, faith. In our lives, many of us are filled with fear. Not abject terror, not like a horror movie, but fear. We're afraid of failure. We're afraid of betrayal. We're afraid of loss. We're afraid of humiliation. We're afraid of not getting to the supermarket before it closes. We're afraid of not beating rush hour traffic home. All of these levels of anxiety and tension and stress in our lives prevent us from bringing happiness in. Happiness cannot flow when fear is there, because fear acts like a vice on our souls.
To watch more, log on to www.erosentertainment.com.